I mean, Doc, I'm curious as to what you think. You know, that this week has been very good. The Innovation Fund is up 16%, and many of the names within it in the exact universe of what we're talking about here have surged in some cases more than 20% each. Does this mean the worst is over? Who's right, Kalanovich or Ricky Sandler?
I tend to side with Kalanovich, Scott. I only really have recently traded one of these names, and that's DocuSign, which I would put in with that group. Other than that, I haven't really seen the institutional adoption get back in. They probably didn't want it on their sheets, either at the end of the quarter or even just the end of the month. But could we start seeing people coming back into a very battered sector like this that, just as you cited, is up triple what the S&P is up this week, a little more than 3 times? Yeah, you could. But that's something that will play out over weeks and months. Obviously, there's been a lot of slings and arrows shot over at Kathy and her team. I think a lot of it undeserved. She's a longer-term play rather than a short one. Just like you and I've discussed, it's much more like if you're trading, you know, the triple-levered S&P 500, you know you're in for the short term. That's a very short-term trade because it resets every day. If you're in something like Kathy's ARK, you have to be giving her group the time it takes for those innovations to play out, rather than saying, oh, it's going to be 16%, 20% this week. That happens occasionally, but more often than not, that's a slow grind higher that might beat the rest of, you know, the tortoise and the hare kind of race. And I would definitely be betting on Kathy and the tortoise, especially at this level of those stocks, Scott.
Brenda.